Jerome Wright here, and once again you're joining me on my Jerome Wright YouTube channel here on YouTube. Okay, I don't know how much of this you're going to be able to see, but through my ongoing paranormal experience and encounter, I'm going to bring you a video about Quaker Oats and Quaker Oats products. It's through my ongoing experience and encounter that I've discovered that the Quaker Oats brand is actually pretty much committing a genocide against all humanity. This guy here, which is supposedly portrayed by, or the images portrayed, the Quaker Oats guy, is supposed to be, I think, supposed to be William Penn, has a very interesting history. William Penn, I think he came to America after he was, he inherited, because of a debt of his dad's death. There was a debt that a king owed to, I believe of England, owed his father, and they gave him the land, which later became, I believe, ultimately Delaware and maybe Philadelphia. I'm not for certain, but a couple of the Pennsylvania lands he had actually acquired. Okay, so this guy here is rumored that this guy here is supposed to be imaged after William Penn. All right. Another thing interesting about Quaker Oats brand that you should understand is that there's always this affiliation with kingships, queenships, and ancient rooted religion. And in this case, I've discovered that most of Quaker Oats proceeds, 70% of Quaker Oats proceeds, had been in fact donated to a Christian-founded charity, which is here in America, and it's actually the funds, those 70% in funds, are supposedly have been going towards the education. I like to call it the brainwashing of American children. All right, so 70% of that which was produced in revenue by Quaker Oats at one point or another goes to this Christian charity. So there's a Christian affiliation behind this. So Quaker Oats only get like 30%. It's a $1 billion industry. I know that it was sold a couple times, and there is a history about that. You have to go online and check it out. I only have 15 minutes here, and I just want to go into a little bit of detail of what's happening here. All right. Now, it's my position that Quaker Oats reminds me, anyway, you know what Quaker Oats remind me of? Communion. That wafer bread, when you're giving communion in a Roman Catholic church, and they say in the body of Jesus, and then they give you the wine that says the blood of Jesus. These oats remind me, and through my experience and encounter, as just being just that those wafers that they give you in communion. So I refer to this as being a communion that is now being given to the world through a cunning way, through this Christian or these cult members that are involved with creating this oat brand. All right, now wherever this is at, there's an ancient rooted history about this. You will find it in the artwork. So they were doing this stuff before there was a time that we have all of the technology and everything going on to date that we can actually detect and see these things with. Now, mind you, I have this paranormal experience where I'm drawn to this instinctively. So I can use modern technology to show you what I see and bring it to you. But these images have been around forever. And in this art, is always something that actually, through these cult rituals that they have and this cult allegiance and the understanding in the underworld, is that if you look closely at the images that are portrayed with these affiliations, they actually will show you and detail you the truth. All right. I want to show you something. Don't let me forget. I'm going to bring you up here to the lip of this guy, because you got to go to the lip. It's amazing. You can see something is wrong there with the lip in the corner of the mouth. But anyway, here where his coat is. First of all, I can see a serpent coming out of his coat right here in a smaller resolution. This here is like about a, I think a 9.5. This is like a 9.5 by 10. Let me see. Yeah, 9.5. And we're dealing, this is on my large screen, by 11. So I have this blown up to a 9.5 by 11 and can actually pull into. Look at here where this guy's coat is. I don't know what you can see or what you can't see, but the overall image right here on this right hand side of this coat, right over top of the K, okay, is the lips. It begins the lips right there of a monkey, of an ape. Let me get my pointer. Here's the mouth right there. There's the lips right there. Okay, these are the bottom lips. Here's the separating line. Here's the top lips. You come up, there's a nostril. Then we have an eye here, the eyebrows and the eye. The entire thing. You know how the ape has those sideburns where he has his flesh and then the hair kicks in? This thing actually has right over top of the tall part of the K. There's the hairline right there, which is created by the clothing right there. So we have an ape's face in this entire image here. Now, and then it's broken down into a bunch of morphing other images. On top of that ape face, I'm going to take and cover the ape's face up. If you were to go over to this side, you can actually see another being in half of the ape's face. There's a chin, there's a mouth, there's a nose, there's an eye. And people, when I tell you that there are about, I counted up to about 8 different multi-dimensional images right here that signify a breakdown in the ape's gene, and goes into showing you in Africans, you can see the chin. I can actually draw this out, people, for you. This is how this is. I mean, and they're morphing dimensional images right here in different resolutions. Okay. Also, I have some of them on my Facebook page. If you come there, I'm gonna have to keep it moving though. All right, I'm gonna go to the next image. Oh, with the lip, you'll notice that there's something different here about the lip. What else am I missing here? No, okay. Oh, hold on. Before I go off, below the E, in the crotch, all you have to do is Google either ancient ads of Quaker Oats or first ads of Quaker Oats, and this image will come up. Do yourself a favor, download the image and then turn around and enlarge it in a larger resolution on your screen. Below the E, right here in the V, I promise you, you go in there, you'll see a dark being, which I'm telling you is a cross between an ape and an African, right here at his crotch area. Okay, right there where the coat comes open and in the darkened area. I know what all of this is symbolizing. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can draw this guy out right here next to the apes. In the apes, now this is in the ape's face. We have another guy in the ape's face. Look, I'm coming underneath the chin. I don't know how. In fact, let me see if I can bring this in closer for you, so you can see what I say. Now I'm working backwards too, people. So I don't know if I got it in too close. I'm going to show you here. I'm coming underneath the neckline, the chin. Here's the bulb on the chin. I'm coming around the chin. There's the top lip. There is a white ball in the mouth of this dark figure. I'm on the top lip there, coming around to the nose, coming into the eye, and over the forehead. So right there, people, this whole, I'm going to cover right, oh God, I'm going to take my ruler and cover that part up. Right here, people, there is an entire face right there. All right. Not just that, the whole thing is a face. Then if you rotate it, it's a face. There is a woman in there. There's a serpent, a snake coming in from out of the coat right here. And it shows the ape meeting with, the face of this African person across the ape. There's a snake. It's actually symbolizing a snake on top of an ape's head, meeting with an African, and then on top of that, there's a woman in there, the witch-like woman, whom I dub as the mother of creation. I got to keep it moving, though. I don't know how much of this you can see. I'm going to back out slowly. All right, I'm going to keep it moving. I want to bring up some other images because there's some other things that you're going to need to see. I hope I'm not going to run out of time here. Oh, here you go. I don't think I'm going to make it in this time. Here. Remember I told you about his lip? Look in the corner of the mouth right there. There's a person. Right there in the corner of the mouth. Then I have it turned this way. And the person is shown morphing and has a worm-like on it. And his lips, his bottom lips becomes another person snaking out of his mouth, as if he's like these worms are spewing out of his mouth, and it's showing you different beings that are on the end of this worm. This is creating a worm slithering out of his mouth, out of this William Penn character's mouth. Let me show you. I'm gonna come in closer, but I got to keep it moving. Look at that, people. There's a head on there. I have to keep going. I can't keep stopping here. Okay. And also it creates another dimensional image over here in the coat. I'm gonna put more in writing because I'm gonna lose out on time on this video. Okay, here's some of the other images that I can see. Please don't run out of time. We're at 10 now. Here's some of the other images that I can see. Again, there's the snake. There's the there's a woman's face here in the ape's face. I have it highlighted there. Okay, I'm gonna put some more in writing, but I gotta keep it moving now. What do we have here? Oh, okay, that's the down in the crotch area where my arrow is. Down in that crotch. Look at the crotch. Okay, I'm gonna keep it moving. Oh, this here image is where the guy is. The Quaker Oats guy is over top of a shell with a baby in it, and it shows this going on. This reminds me of Botticelli, Sandro Botticelli's The Birth of Venus. Okay, and I do also have that image up here. That's the reason why that's up there. There are some bizarre and unusual things with the earlier on Quaker Oats commercial, and I'm gonna put a lot in writing. I'm gonna put a lot in writing if I can get out. There's this Sandro Botticelli's Venus painting, and that's what that first the image with the baby on there reminded me of. Here's another Quaker Oats ad, and a lot of these images are showing him breaking out of the box, like here, and shows you in the heart, showing you that they are this Quaker Oats band. He's not just suggesting that the Quaker Oats is going into your heart and into your body. They are suggesting that this being himself is going into the Quaker Oats brand. And if you look in the hair, you see creatures in the hair. Okay, so look on both sides of the hair and look at the overall image, and you can see the underlying cult message about what is being suggested here. Again, is it another image? I'm gonna have to shut this video down. Oh, what's here? It was getting me is that how many minutes do I got? Okay, I'm at 12, I believe. Okay, here's a Roman style column. It has the Quaker cornmeal, the Quaker oats, and the Quaker's rice. It has this Roman column. There's an affiliation there with the founding stones of who mankind is, and then it has these measurement lines on there. Okay, like a measuring tool, suggesting that they almost like a chemistry, like in the masonry, showing you that there is a measurement, a level of a mixture, a cocktail, and at different levels, what kicks in, at what point kicks in, and this overall message is telling his comrades what he has done to actually further this genetic manipulation process. We're at 13 minutes there. Let me keep going. I'll put more writing, people. Let me get up another image. Okay, again, look. Notice that he's in this stalk here. This is an amazing image as well, too, because this stalk is reminiscent. This guy is telling you that his body is coming through his brain. Here in the side of his hair, if you look closely, there's a witch-like woman who I dub as the mother of creation. Down underneath her, in the shadows, is a figure of a black face right there, showing you that white is bridged over black, and it's showing you about feathering of genes. Again, I'm going to put more in writing. We're at 13:42. And let me keep going. Let me keep going. And I'm going to show you the ones about him busting out. Look, here. Again, this image reminds me of the Hindu religion, where it says that through the lily, it describes the lily as growing through the murky waters. What this is describing, people, is how life forms grew through what was already existing, like in the Hindu culture, the Hindu belief, talking about the lily that grows through muddy and murky waters and spring into this beautiful flower in the middle of this swampy area. This is what they're talking about through this cult-related message. They're showing you how whites, Caucasians, grew through the murky waters of their ape and African ancestors. Okay, I might have to let this go after that, but I'm gonna keep going. That's what this description is of the old. Here it is again, going out the box. I'm gonna let it go with that, people. But do yourself a favor and Google a lot of these old images of this. I don't know if I have many more. But okay, I'm out right there. People, I'm going to stop here. I'm going to put some more in writing, okay? I'm not going to mess up this video. I'll put more in writing.